Hey guys, it's summer again, and we're ready to recap on a few of the projects we're working on. Some really cool stuff. We've got Dan McDonald's 57 Chevy. It's away at upholstery, so we'll have to show you that next week. We're really excited about Gord Phillips's cars. Right now we're still trying to make progress on our Riddler contending 67 Mustang. You can see right here the kind of quality that we're trying to put into the bottom of the car. He's got his 72 Chevy here that we just painted. Nice little pickup. We did some exhaust on it a few months ago, and we'll just get into some of the details here. So what's important to us when we take these cars to these car shows is it's based on a points system, and what you're trying to do is make sure that you lose the least amount of points possible. There is no perfect car. Anybody that's ever had a judged car will tell you that. But what we're trying to do here on this particular car, we've color sanded the whole bottom of the car. Color sanding is a process that you've seen us do before, but the idea is that we make the clear as flat as possible. It never comes out of the gun that flat. So what we do is we use sandpaper and buff the paint back up after we've sanded it down flat. This particular car gave us a lot of challenges because what I wanted to do with it is I wanted to put these Shelby stripes all the way through the bottom of the car. They not only run through the bottom of the car, but they go in and out of the motor mounts, in and out of the rad support, on the bottom side of the hood, up the firewall. They'll go in and out of the trunk. Anywhere that there's metal and that we have the brown color on the car, there'll be a Shelby stripe that follows. We've accented it with a little butterscotch stripe. The reason we did that is the whole interior of the car is going to be butterscotch. So if you can feature how brave that is, it's going to be a pretty loud car. So I think we've picked an absolutely winning color with this car. It's kind of a mocha. It's very trend-setting. It's very new. It's a great looking color. We decided to accent it with something quite brave. It's got a little butterscotch stripe on the stripes itself. The reason for that is because the whole interior is going to go this butterscotch color. We're going to have some perforated leather. Lee Baxter is going to do another one of his killer upholstery jobs. I think we're in the running with this thing. We'll take you guys back in time for a second. Gord was here about 6 months ago, and we did a really good interview with him. It explains a little bit more about what goes on the bottom of the car, suspension, motor, and stuff. What we're going to do is walk you around the car a little bit, try to give you an idea of what it is we're doing. To tell you the truth, at a lot of points in a build, you have to sort of regroup, think about what it is you're doing. That's what we're doing today. It's in the holidays, gives us our really clear heads to think about it. So we've assembled as much of the pieces as we could put together, and that gives us an idea now, what is it Gord and I are looking for? What is it we're going to make a little nicer? What is it we're going to refine? Of course, this is a very difficult car to go and restore or modify because it is so special. So let's just walk you around it a little bit. This is the big Tremix 5-speed here. We're going to need some sort of awesome clutch to make this work. The split between the engine and the tranny. We're thinking it's a 600-ish horse, 427 side oiler. Just a killer motor. Dual 4s on it. It's going to look very traditional, but in saying that, you guys have seen us do it before. We'll take some of the tradition and really revamp it so it's just that much nicer. It's got the Cobra oil pan, Cobra Le Mans valve covers, and then they'll have the Cobra air cleaner. And again, we'll just try to refine that and give it our touches. Gord, what do we use for front suspension here?
We have Total Control front suspension, the early model Total Control, before Chassis Works took them over. We've got an all power coated blue, which is not the color we're looking for now, but that's the color we started with. Total Control rear suspension. So basically the car is going to have the new style suspension throughout.
So killer handling, killer brakes, awesome motor, and we got the whole package here. Come look at the back here. We'll show you guys what we think and what we do in our heads and what gives us a chance to be one of the premier car builders. Stuff like this beautiful I-beam aluminum piece here. We've been looking at that, Gordon and I. It's just okay. It's a beautiful piece by itself on the table. It's an amazing piece. What does it do for the bottom of the car? And that's what we've been questioning all day. We actually figure it's the wrong shape for the bottom of the car. We've got a tubular arm here. We've got tubular front arms. What we're going to do is probably end up getting a tubular arm for the lower here so that all the suspension components have some continuity. That's a lot of the stuff we look at. We look at stuff like the square differential. That's going to need a JF Customs revamp. It's just going to have to look smoother, rounder. We're going to have to get rid of excess holes. You can see by our style of car, we always mount the suspension at the lowest points on the mounts. That way the differential is really high up. That allows us to fit big tires, lower the car. When we're fortunate enough to have a customer like Gord that actually challenges us to do better work than we've ever done in the past, these are the results, and we're pretty proud of them.